Welcome to CineBites, a cinematic culinary podcast where we eat really, really good food and we watch really, really good movies. Sometimes. Not really good movies, but for the most part, it's been pretty solid. So today we're going to not watch, but eat Ratatouille, a very classic Pixar movie, and talk about Ratatouille as well. So we are excited to get into this, and so here we go. Feast your eyes.
Yes, today, this is a very much anticipated episode of CineBites.
Very much. Yeah, for us, I think us mostly, just because this was something that we wanted to do, but we didn't have a super great way of cooking. Thankfully, we have a private chef now. Who is available to make this dish for us.
So clearly, if we're reviewing Ratatouille, we're going to be eating Ratatouille.
You already know it.
I guess go ahead and reveal it.
So Ratatouille, I don't know if did you take a picture of that?
No, and you know what? I don't have my phone.
Okay, I'll take a picture.
And I don't think I took a picture of last episode.
And it's actually it's so nice, so fancy. Here, move your hand. Yeah, I like it. I think I like the sky view better. But,
anyway,
yeah. I think
Johnny made us fresh Ratatouille. He's been preparing it for the last 2 hours.
How's that?
Nice.
Looks tasty. So Ratatouille, if you don't know what it is, it's in the movie they talk about it a little bit, how it's a traditional French dish, if I'm not mistaken, but it has been more of considered. Did he even say in the movie at some point where it's considered more of a kind of either a lower class dish? And I hope I'm not offending anyone by saying that, but
I'm very offended.
Kind of like a one of those where it's if you didn't have a high income that you would make dishes similar to this.
I mean, I don't know,
because when Ratatouille, when he did it in the movie and made it for who was the critic's name again? When Remy made it, he made the dish for. Let me see if I can find it. Was it La Rose? Was that the?
I do not know the critic's name. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, the critic's name. Anyways, when he made it, it instantly took him back to like his mother's home cooking when he was poor, and so I think that was something that took him back. So we're gonna try it today. It looks really good. I think Johnny did a fantastic job. So
it's Anton Ego.
Anton Ego. Okay, so I was looking at the wrong person then. So that is who it is. Okay, Peter O'Toole. It was the voice actor for that. So we're gonna dive in. I have no idea what to expect. I can just I can figure it out based on the ingredients because you have Romano tomatoes. You
zucchini.
Have eggplant, zucchini, and then some kind of red sauce.
Tomato sauce.
A lot of good spices. I can already smell it. It's good spices. So we're just gonna try it.
I do not know what to expect.
You're
going in with a big bite. I'm not going that big. Of course, I want
all the flavors. It's gonna taste.
I'm going little bite.
Garden-like, I feel like.
So I wouldn't be surprised by your claim of it maybe being a cheaper French dish, because it's just veggies. It's a vegetarian, even vegan dish probably.
Right.
I don't think there's anything, any animal-related thing, because it's carrots, eggplant, tomato, zucchini. I haven't even had a bite yet. I'm getting a good bite. Yeah. I want to get a little bit of everything.
Mm-hmm. And they say it's a hard dish to master.
I got 2 cucumber. I only want, or not cucumber, zucchini. I want one little thing of each.
I mean, that's good. Johnny.
It's interesting.
He left us with the rest of the dish. I'm actually gonna try a little bit more.
I will say, and if you've listened to the pod, I've never really liked tomato.
Yeah.
Raw tomato. Like, I'll eat tomato on, obviously, all kinds of tomato sauce, and there's tomato in everything. But raw tomato, and this is technically not raw. It is cooked. But.
Do you have napkins?
I do not. Yes, I do.
Thank you.
Paper towel. It's technically not raw because it is cooked, but it is very just much as very
you don't
much
like
just
it
a
when
slice.
it's like the centerpiece of the. Or
Yeah,
like
it's
the
just a
main
slice
thing
of tomato.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
I really like it though. I mean, for not really expecting or knowing what to expect, I like it. I think it's.
I think
it's
in my mind, I'm just imagining it in the movie, and I actually think he did a great job. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying in the movie, because it was like this pinnacle moment or
like
whatever.
It changed
the critic's life. I was expecting him for my life to be changed when I had Ratatouille.
I was having way too high.
My expectations were high, I will say, but I also
to say
my
that
expectations
you want a food to change your life.
my expectations were also equally low in that I knew that it was just zucchini, tomato, and eggplant.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, never mind. Maybe this isn't because in the movie it looks like a stack of pepperonis.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'd eat that all day. Give me a stack of pepperonis with a little tomato sauce on it. I'd eat that all day.
It was really good. And I don't even know if we took a picture of before he dug it out, but I think the way he cooked it in the pot or the pan was really, really good.
Yeah. And then we have...
I actually like it. I'm
drink
actually digging
is... we asked Johnny what it was, and we already forget. We think it's Orangina or Oranjana or something.
It's a French
orange
drink with orange, essentially orange juice,
sparkling
water, and lemon zest.
Lemon zest.
So that is the drink we were taking. Chunks. So it was a French drink.
Whoa! I got a hit of that lemon zest that just hit me.
That's really refreshing. And I know you're not a huge fan of orange juice, so it's
not as strong.
The favorite. Yeah. The sparkling water.
It's not as strong.
The
sparkling water takes the flavor down.
Oh man, that's good. Oh, that's good.
But anyway, we're talking about Ratatouille. Like we said, this is a very anticipated episode of the pod. I think I've had multiple people approach me who listen. Even people who don't listen say, "Oh, I heard about your podcast. You guys should do Ratatouille. You guys should do," because when you think food movies, it's it's honestly one of the first you think.
Oh yeah,
because it's just so iconic and it's so popular, and it's all about the Ratatouille. So, and is the name of the thing. So anyway, well, I was very excited to do this episode, and also the food is good, but I think the movie is even better. The movie, in my opinion, is one of the better Pixar movies.
Yeah, it's great.
I feel like it's the type of movie. I don't know. I feel like it's actually very. Maybe it's because it's French and it feels fancy, but it feels like elevated from the rest of from a lot of the other Pixar movies. Elevated in its sophisticatedness. And I think that honestly probably has to do with the nature of what the movie is. It's French, it feels fancy, and it's about cooking, and it's,
they say rats are the most sophisticated animal.
I think they might be.
I think that's
clearly
a poster.
But I also do just like the vibes of the movie, and I love the Ratatouille ride. You've never been on it because you've never been to Disney World. But there's a Ratatouille ride, and I wrote it in France because it was an original ride in France. And then it became so popular at the France and Disneyland, which I wrote it in the France and Disneyland, but then they put it in the Disney World. And I wrote it there at Disney World now.
Nice.
Again,
once or
pretty
twice.
Fun. It's a really good ride.
Nice. That's
awesome. It's really fun, and you become a rat and you get chased around and you smell all kinds of foods and almost catch on fire, all these different things.
Can you actually smell the foods?
You can smell the foods. You can there's one part where you go under like a stove and then they light the stove to get you to get out of there because you're supposed to like shrink down to a rat is the whole vibe of it. So the vehicle you're in looks like a rat. So you're supposed to become a rat. And so you get under the stove, they turn the stove on, you feel the heat hit you.
Yeah.
It's a good ride.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it off.
Yeah, so basically, and then the story follows Remy, who's this aspiring chef, who happens to be a rat. He got most of his or all of his knowledge from a cookbook, which was written by Chef Gusteau. And so he uses that as his inspiration to, like, cook and everything. And he happens to stumble upon, like any rat, wherever the food is, and it happens to be in this one of Gusteau's restaurants. And so, he's kind of going through, and there's another character in the restaurant who he doesn't purposely sabotage, but he messes up one of the, I believe it's a soup, messes it up. And Remy, fixes it for him, essentially.
Yeah, and he tries it and almost throws up.
Yeah. And then Remy fixes it. And then once it gets to the customer, they actually say it was amazing. And so they loved it. So in those events, Lou Romano's character, Linguini, who's the guy who messed it up, is looked at the person who fixed it or made it best. Mm-hmm. And so now he has to figure out how to continue, being a fake cook or a chef, and that's where he meets Remy, realizes Remy's the one who actually made it better. And so Remy and him figure out a way to where he can control, which I think that's iconic in itself, is having a rat under your hat who controls your actions. Like, I think that is a unique, because we talk about uniqueness in Pixar movies especially. And so that's one where he's controlling. So in this whole time, Linguini's getting recognition as a fake chef, and Remy is doing what he loves, which is cooking. And it just has a lot of funny elements, like who's the top chef guy? He's the main one. Shoot, what's his name?
You're not talking about the
shorter.
Oh,
chef.
the short guy. Yeah. I don't remember. Oh man, I
forget
remember his name.
But anyways, he's convinced that there is a rat on Linguini's head, and he's right, but everyone else makes it seem like he's crazy.
Yeah.
And so he's kind of the antagonist of the story, trying to bring him down. But it's wholesome. It's a good story. At the end, they realize or find out that Remy is the one behind it. At least the critic does, and the critic decides that it doesn't matter as long as he can cook the way he cooks. Do what you want to do. And so that's kind of how it ends and wraps up. But it's a good movie. It's good for the whole family. If you like cooking, it's just satisfying to see stuff like that. So that's really fun. It's just a fun film to have for the family. Skinner is he is the guy. Short. Okay. And so we've talked about in a few episodes before, especially with the Toy Story episode, where Pixar just rarely had misses during this era, and this came out in 2007. So it was, Pixar was still going strong. At least we know from 95 to 2007. So it's just really cool to see I guess an industry have this much success, and to be able to have that going for so long. And I think that that's really one thing I think that a lot of studios have, or production companies have, trouble sustaining, is that original idea, original thought, which is why you see so many different, adaptations of books or plays or just old tales or remakes of movies even. So to find that originality, I think even now is very rare. Like, I don't know, what's the last movie that do you think you have seen that has been the most original movie, that where you're just like, I've never seen a movie that's similar to this?
Most original movie, I don't know.
In recent years.
I honestly can't think of anything right now.
Because a lot of the movies,
blank.
And a lot of the movies I can think of in recent years, I can compare them. It's kind of like Flamin' Hots and Goodfellas. They're the same movie.
They're the same
right?
movie, practically. So. Well, I'm just thinking of like, even Flamin' Hot is an adaptation of a book.
Right, exactly.
And then I was thinking of some other different movies. I'm like, no, that's a remake, or that's a sequel, or that's a this. It's honestly hard to find.
It really is. And this is another one I remember. It's not that I'm a huge fan of it. Is I think entertaining, but Everything Everywhere all at Once, I feel like it was a pretty original idea. I mean, it won a lot of awards, so it did something right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think it's really hard to do that. And Pixar for a long time, even though the titles of their movies were dead giveaways, like Finding Nemo. I wonder what that movie's about.
If they wanted to make it more simple, they'd call it Finding Fish.
Yeah, find fish. Find the fish's son.
Find fish.
So Ratatouille is really good. The Dish, for me at least, surprisingly was really good. It's really cool to see.
Are we going into rating?
Sure. Yeah, I think it's really cool to see how you can even elevate this more. I don't know how you could, but I did enjoy it. I thought it was good. And it's any dish that you can tell has to take that time and patience. I think, and it shows. I really admire those kinds of dishes.
That's true.
So I think I'm gonna take that into consideration for my rating, and then in the movie, of course. Where would you say Ratatouille rates as far as movies concerned in your Pixar ranking?
That's a good question. I was actually looking at the list of all the Pixar movies. Let me see. There's a lot of good ones. Toy Story all the Toy Stories are good. But I feel like it's too mainstream to say that Toy Story is your favorite, and I really don't think it is my favorite.
Incredibles is still number one.
Incredibles is really good.
WALL-E?
I actually think my favorite Pixar movie is WALL-E.
WALL-E was really, really good.
WALL-E is just a really great movie. Coco is very good. That's a more recent one.
Yeah.
That I feel like is kind of slept on a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Coco's
a really good movie.
There was another one I thought of.
I don't know. I think that those would probably be my top two if I had to guess. I'm looking at a list right now. This list doesn't include some of the more recent ones.
Inside Out, Elemental.
Well, it has all the way until Soul, but it doesn't have anything after Soul. But I don't think I would have ranked anything after Soul very high anyway. I think Incredibles is up there too.
Incredibles was pretty decent too.
Incredibles, Incredibles, Coco, and WALL-E. But I really do think Ratatouille is up there in that top 5 Pixar as well for me.
Okay.
What would be my 5th? I might as well do all top 5. I don't know in what order, but WALL-E, Incredibles, Coco, Ratatouille, and then probably the 4th would have to be Toy Story 3.
Okay.
Or 5th, I mean, Toy Story 3.
Yeah, I know Brave is another one. Cars.
Brave is okay. Cars is a decent all-around series. I actually spicy take. We're not doing spicy takes anymore, but I've got one.
What's up?
And we're not talking about these movies, but out of the Cars series, Cars 3 is my favorite one.
I actually haven't seen Cars 3.
Cars 3 is good.
It is? Okay.
I mean, Cars 1 is good. None of them are amazing, but Cars 1 is good. Cars 2, really bad.
It's trash.
And then Cars 3, they kind of they're like, okay, we're going to go back to the original a little bit.
I actually want to see if what the worst Pixar movie in someone's opinion is.
I think in general, the worst is pretty unanimously Cars 2 and The Good Dinosaur are like the two worst.
Oh, really? I kind of like The Good Dinosaur.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not horror. I don't think it's as bad as some people say. I think Cars 2 is definitively the worst Pixar movie.
On this list, they're saying Lightyear.
Oh, Lightyear that's actually true. I've not even seen
Cars 2 is the second worst.
I actually, that's true. I've heard that despite the controversy and everything that happened around Lightyear, I hear that it's very bad. And I've not even seen it.
I've never seen it. They actually have Cars 3 at number 4 worst.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Crazy.
But I actually enjoyed it. Yeah. I think it's maybe because my expectations were still on Cars 2 when I went into it.
Yeah.
So when I was like, okay, Cars 2, let's see what, and then anyway, the Cars 3, very briefly, is essentially Lightning McQueen becomes the Doc Hudson for this other racer. So you know how Lightning McQueen has Doc Hudson and kind of helps.
Yeah.
Eventually, Lightning McQueen, takes this other racer under his wing.
Cool.
And becomes the Doc Hudson for her. So
yeah, awesome.
Anyway,
that's very cool.
it's kind of. I feel like it kind of goes back to it, even though Doc had died.
Spoilers.
Well, but the thing is though, he didn't die by the end of the first movie. But did they mention that he died in the second movie? Because
I haven't seen the third movie.
They literally just start off the third movie basically like Doc Hudson died. I'm like, when did that happen? You don't even mention it, and they're just like,
well, that's where they mentioned it in the third one.
But anyway.
All right, rating. So for movie and dish, I did 7.4.
I did 6.3. I will say I did not enjoy the Ratatouille very much. I'm sorry, Johnny. But I don't think it's anything against your cooking because I think you actually did it right. I think it's just the nature of the dish.
Yeah,
with what the main three ingredients being tomato, eggplant, and zucchini.
Right.
It's not really my thing.
I'm not a huge fish person unless it's sushi or like shellfish. But like if you put, I don't know, like a different type of like a whitefish or
like
something.
A grilled whitefish.
Yeah, I would probably rank it lower, even though it would be prepared very well. I
love grilled whitefish like that.
Yeah, so it's not. It has nothing to do with the preparation of it. It's just preference.
The drink is fine. The drink is very fresh.
It is refreshing. I like that.
It's not sweet really. I mean, you get a little sweetness from the orange juice, but.
And I think the Ratatouille, at least for my ranking, went up because of the movie. I really
mine went up because of the movie because I honestly would have ranked the food a lot lower.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really.
That's why I ended at a 6.3.
Yeah, very good. So what we could do is just go straight into CineBites.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to talk? Or sorry, yes, the CineBites, CineSnacks. Is there anything else you want to comment or talk about with Ratatouille?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty straightforward.
I feel like it is a straightforward movie. I think Rat.
I think the most complex thing was the dish. You know, and
Rat Chef. But nobody like Rat Chef. That's the whole movie.
Yeah, basically.
And so I do think you could get deep on this type of movie though, where it's like a commentary on like people being accepted or not being accepted because of the way they look and the way
where they come from.
or where they come from and different things like that. I think that's the overall message of the movie.
Yeah.
That and then the phrase that they say multiple times that Gusteau, the big chef guy, he says anybody can cook, and that's what he tells Remy all the time. And the like little spirit that's in Remy's head, anybody can cook. And so anyway,
no, absolutely.
We can get into CineSnacks. I meant to think of a movie, and then
another fun fact. I just
read this off.
Or just read this. So it says in France, where this movie is set, the movie broke the record for the biggest debut for an animated movie.
Wow.
And I imagine that's still holding up. I don't know.
Huh.
Yeah, very fun movie. I don't know if Ratatouille's in my top 3. I think it's in my top 5. But I also love cooking movies. I mean, one of the biggest reasons why we're doing this podcast is because we love food and movies.
That is very true.
Ratatouille is a good film to fit our what we're going for. So, but yeah, I love I really like Ratatouille. It's just so wholesome, and my daughter loves it too. So,
I don't think Ellie's ever watched Ratatouille.
Really?
She's ridden the Ratatouille ride.
Oh yeah, hasn't watched the movie. We like it too because my daughter's also getting into cooking. We're getting her, exposed to more cooking. So, I think that's going to be fun to see.
I have my movie.
Okay.
Let me get down some hints real fast.
How many letters does your movie have?
Those could be your questions. Actually, I've never thought of it.
Well,
how many words?
Well, it's yes or no, though.
Well, yeah, but you can say, is it a 1 word, 2 words?
Does it have less than 10 letters in the word?
I mean, that's a valid
that's
movie
a good point.
strategy.
I might do that. I might
actually,
do that.
That's actually not too bad of a strat. I'm trying to think of hints. Okay. Man,
sorry for that.
We literally just went.
Sorry for the 5 seconds of silence. I think we all fell asleep.
Trying to think of hints. And then we just stopped.
We just stopped talking.
I have 1 hint here. 2 hint.
Give me one that'll give it away. Ratatouille. Love
and
Ratatouille. It's funny that if you look at the poster for Ratatouille, it has the pronunciation underneath because I imagine that a lot of people were going to ask questions.
Ratatouille?
Yeah.
Is this?
I'm going to watch Ratatouille.
What's this Ratatouille?
Ratatouille. Ratatouille.
I can't think of a third hint. Maybe if I just go, then I'll eventually think of something.
Give a third hint.
No, I just don't want to give it away.
Why not?
Because this is gonna give it away.
Well, just do it. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Okay, we'll see.
Unless I've never seen it, and then you might get lucky.
All right, are you ready?
Do you think I've seen it?
You've seen this. Okay, I'll show everybody.
Oh yeah, show everybody.
There it is.
All right. Let's see if I've seen it.
All right. You pull up the timer so you know how much time you have.
Sorry.
We're so prepared. We're so prepared.
This is the most anticipated episode, and we are the most prepared for this episode.
Clearly very prepared.
Yes. Okay, I'm ready. 3, 2, 1, go. Is it in 2020s?
No.
2010s.
No. Yes.
Okay. Is it between 2010 to 2015?
Yep.
It is?
Yep.
Okay. Is it a one-word movie?
Yes.
It is a one-word movie?
Yes,
is
man.
It
we have
animated?
No.
Hint.
$1.
Is Paul Dano in it?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Look.
Oh, wait, that's a 2-word movie. Okay, is a hint.
War.
Oh.
That's literally a what category of it?
Okay, white male lead.
Yes. Yes, let's go.
Famous white male lead?
Yes.
Very famous?
Yeah, I'd say he's very famous.
It just never helps us anyways.
I would say he's very famous.
Is it set in today's time?
No.
Okay. Hint 3.
Hat.
Hat?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I don't know
what this was it. Hat, money, and war?
Hat, dollar, and war.
Hat, dollar,
or money. War. I mean, but dollar. I would say dollar is better than money.
Is there music in it?
No.
Is there tanks in it?
Tanks? I don't think so. No.
It's a war movie? Dollar.
There's no tanks.
Is the hat something the main person wears?
Yes.
Is it like a ball cap?
No.
Is it for war? Like the hat for war?
No. How much time you have?
15 seconds.
Oh, good.
It's not animated? Is it musical?
No.
Is it drama?
Yeah.
War, dollar. Why am I not?
Yeah, you're going to be so mad when you hear it. You're going to be so mad.
Probably. Okay.
That's it? That's it for
that
you.
was time.
You're done.
Okay, let me
You're
think.
done.
War, dollar.
I actually thought I was going to give it away.
War, dollar, hat.
I really thought that
right, you said war? War, dollar, hat?
War. Yeah, so that I really just gave you one of the
war?
Give you one of the genres. It's war.
Dollar. Now I'm thinking of war movies that are one word. But you said no tanks.
No tanks.
2010 to 2015.
Yep.
A timepiece. So I'm thinking 10 years ago. What movies came out 10 years ago? Why is the hat throwing me off?
I don't know why the hat's throwing off. He doesn't wear it the whole time, but
it's noticeable for this hat.
Oh yeah.
Or this hat is noticeable.
Oh yeah.
Oh wait. I think I'm thinking of a different war. Oh, wait.
No, you might be dialing it in. You got to write your answer. I actually think the fact that we never thought of like asking how many words, figuring out the words.
Yeah, that's
that actually helps.
Okay, so I don't think this is right. Well, it could be. Hat Dollar War.
Mm-hmm.
What is the hat? And you said not a musical.
No. No, not at
all. Drama. Oh my gosh. How much time should I have?
You're running out of time.
Running
okay,
out of time.
This is a bit of a stretch.
Oh man. I'm trying to connect hat. Hat does not connect for me.
Then don't think about the hat. It's not important. It's a hint as to. Actually, I'm not going to say anymore. It's a hint as to the person who's the main character of the movie, but I think you could get it without the mention of a hat.
Could do it with war or dollar?
Yes. I think the dollar also might be throwing you off. You'll understand in a minute.
I think it is. What came
All right,
out
write your answer.
Okay.
You're running out of time. You've been out of time.
Yeah. Hold on. I just have one.
The pressure's on.
It really is. Okay.
Problem is, we take so long to answer these because we really want to be right.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Especially last week when I ate a habanero and I literally almost died.
Yeah.
I had to go to the ER. I'm just kidding. I didn't have to go to the ER.
Yeah.
I thought about it. I thought, this is it for me. I'm dead. I'm going to die. And it was on the podcast. You know, it would probably get a lot of views, though, if I died on the podcast.
Yeah.
If one of us ever died on the podcast, we just have to promise that we'll post it online so that we get lots of views.
All right. This is not right. Boo. All right.
Boo. Let's see it.
Patriot.
Lincoln.
But that's not the dollar.
He's on the $5 bill.
Well, I was thinking $1, but oh my gosh.
I didn't want to say $5 because then you'd...
And the hat because of his top hat?
He has the top hat. That's what I was saying. He doesn't wear it often in the movie, but I was confirming he did wear it in the movie. He's got a top hat.
Actually, believe it or not, I love Daniel Day-Lewis. Believe it or not, I still haven't seen that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably why you didn't... I don't know.
That's why it probably didn't connect with me. But
it's decent. It's a slow burner. I mean, it's a lot of talking.
I think that's why I've been kind of avoiding it.
It's a lot of talking, but it's like 3 hours, it's a decent movie. 2.5.
Yep. 2.5, so pretty decent. Okay.
But anyway, I have your punishment.
What is it?
So there's multiple scenes in the movie where Remy and all the other rats are being chased and shot at and whacked with different things because they're not allowed to be in the kitchen.
Okay.
And so he gets covered with a pot or like a bowl or something at one point and gets trapped. He gets trapped multiple times, and then almost hit with a ladle multiple times.
Okay.
So I have this pot to go on your head.
Oh, all right. All right.
And I have this ladle that I will hit it with.
Oh, jeez.
And so what I will do...
Does it fit? I have to
take your glasses off, maybe. Oh, yeah, here we go.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to hear it. Wait, so how many hits?
I'm kind of thinking I won't do more than like 5 hits.
Okay.
But I'm kind of thinking I'm just going to do it at random times throughout the rest of this episode.
Actually, yeah, that's fine.
So
yeah, because it has to be. Oh, that's cool. Oh, okay. I don't know if that's going to echo in the mic or not.
That's fine. You'll at least know that when I hit him.
Yeah. You'll know.
I'll only do 5
okay,
hits, but you just won't know until I do it.
Yeah. I mean, I'll probably see you do it.
You will, but
it's kind of like have you seen Have you seen How I Met Your Mother?
I've seen some of it, yeah.
Okay, where the ongoing gag is slaps giving. So like you never know when he's gonna get slapped. So he's just constantly in paranoia. But
well, right, I got 2 down.
Anything you'd like to?
I was thinking
3.
3. You're counting 2. Yeah. So something for you guys to digest this week. And I was thinking if it
all right, okay.
I don't know what just happened. Something to digest this week is the other day I watched the second Chicken Run movie. Chicken Run, how was that? Dawn of the Nugget. I didn't ask you. That's 4. The Dawn of the Nugget. It was decent. I love stop motion movies. I've mentioned that before. So, anyway. It was I don't remember the first one very well. I feel like I picked up a little bit more on it because they make references in the second one, but it's good. Dawn of the Nugget.
Nice.
So if you like the first Chicken Run, check it out. It's on Netflix. So
yeah, the first one had.
You're scared.
I feel like when I'm talking, you're thinking about it. Yeah, because we watched the first one recently too. Yeah, and it's I think what the main rooster was supposed to be like a hero for them, but then it turns out he was just kind of like a circus performer kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah,
that was at the beginning.
I'm trying to remember
the
first one.
It's been so long, I really don't remember.
But anyway,
but she ended up being more of the leader or the hero.
So then I think the two of them they get together and now they live like on an island in paradise, in like a chicken paradise out in the wild, and they have a baby.
Yeah.
And so, but then they discover that there's a chicken nugget factory that's being built right across the lake.
Ooh. Chicken nuggets.
Yeah. Dawn of the Nugget.
Man. All right, that's fine.
You're like really.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know why you kept holding it though.
I don't know. Well, I didn't want it sitting on my head.
I guess if you weren't holding it, then it would ring a lot more.
Right. Well, yeah, and I didn't want it to just sit on my head because that was a heavy pot. If you were curious about the weight of the pot.
Anyway, so check out
Chicken
Chicken Run.
Yeah, and if you haven't checked the first one, check the first one. That's good too.
Yeah. All right, as we end this highly anticipated episode of CineBites, eating some Ratatouille and watching some Ratatouille, thanks for joining us today. Catch us on every major podcasting platform, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Watch us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram so you can keep up with things that are coming up. And thanks again for watching. See you on the flip side, munchies. And as we close, bon appetit and happy viewing.